Now, there was a church many years ago, and back during the war, and this is overseas somewhere, and somehow their bell ended up in a river. It was the biggest bell that had ever been made, hundreds and hundreds of pounds, and it was on the bottom of a river during this war. And it sat there for years to come. And then some engineers of that day, they didn't have the technology we have now, but with what they did have, they tried to retrieve the bell unsuccessfully. And then the pastor from the big church cathedral that was there, he said, can I attempt to retrieve the bell? And if we are able to retrieve it, we get to keep it. Make sure you don't get out, though. Okay. Thank you, sir. And so if nobody else could get the bell, so he said, but the deal is, because those other people were going to retrieve it and then keep it. But they said, well, if you can successfully retrieve it, rescue it, it's yours. And so what the pastor did, he had some people go, and they took an item with them, and it was bamboo. And you notice bamboo is hollow. But what happens right here where this ridge is at, it's sealed. So down here is a pocket of air, and down here is a pocket of air, and there's another pocket of air between those little knuckles there. And they had divers that would go down, and with just a small cord, they would attach the bamboo to the bell. And then they would go down again with more bamboo. And they would attach the bamboo to the bell. This is going to take a long time. It's sharp. So to speed up the whole process, I just wanted you to get the understanding of a lot of bamboo, okay? And it was really a whole lot more than this. And you would think, how can you retrieve this bell that weighs hundreds of pounds that's stuck in the mud down in this river? And these divers were going down, taking bamboo, attaching it to the bell, attaching it to the bell, attaching it to the bell. And then one day, the bell began to move. And it was pulled out of the mud. And before you know it, it began to ascend to the surface of the river, where they towed it to the shore, and with carts and animals and all, they were able to take it back to the church. But you would think, what can a piece of bamboo do? But see, it wasn't just one piece of bamboo. It was many pieces of bamboo working together. Let me read you this verse here for a moment. It says in verse 7 here, in John 15, it says, but if you remain in me and my words remain in you, you may, what's that? Ask for anything. That ask means to pray. And sometimes what we do, we go and we pray about something, we pray about something, and we ask the Lord for his wisdom, and we don't see anything happen. And therefore we give up and we quit. But we need to continue to pray, and it's okay to recruit other people to pray with you. Does that make sense? And instead of throwing in the towel and giving up, we just keep on praying and praying and praying and praying. And then that which seems to be impossible becomes possible.